Tomorrow marks 18 years since unthinkable horror unfolded in a suburban Chicago shopping center. It was just after 10 a.m. on February 2nd, 2008, Groundhog Day, when a man who said he was a delivery driver walked into a Lane Bryant store, pulled out a .40 caliber Glock, and forced the 4 women inside into the back room. He bound their hands with duct tape, and when 2 more shoppers came into the store, he grabbed and did the same to them. At 10:44, the store manager, Rhoda McFarland, managed to make a 911 call on her cell phone, and in it, the suspect's voice can be heard in the background. Take a listen.
911 emergency.
Just 2 minutes later, a Tinley Park police officer was on that scene, but it was already too late. By then, the 6 women had all been shot execution style. 5 of them died, with 1 sole survivor. Police say she actually turned her head just in time as the shooter pulled the trigger. From that surviving woman's description, police created this 3D composite sketch. It went out nationwide. But to this day, this case still remains unsolved. The killer still out there somewhere. And now a new film is hoping to change that, directed by our next live guest here in studio, Charlie Minn. Tonight, his documentary, Who Killed These Women? The Tinley Park 5, dives into this cold case, hoping to track down the killer nearly 2 decades after the fact. And Charlie joins us tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And tomorrow, of course, marks 18 years since these tragic murders. What has made this case in particular so challenging to solve?
First of all, when have you ever heard of an unsolved mass shooting before? This is a tough one. This is by far the most confusing mass shooting I've researched. I've done a lot of mass shooting documentaries. This whole thing doesn't make sense. Why would you rob a Lane Bryant on a Saturday morning when there's not much cash in there? So many questions surround this thing. Was this an inside job? Was one of the victims targeted? There's never been a single arrest made on this tragedy. And Tinley Park PD, if you ask me, has not done the job. The results are not there. This case is unsolved. I think we need a whole new set of eyes on this thing.
Okay. You know, in the nearly 2 decades since this happened, there have been major developments in DNA testing, for example. What have you learned about forensic evidence on this scene? Is there any? Has it been retested?
Well, that's just it. Tinley Park PD, they're just not communicating. So basically, there's a lot of guessing going on here because they just won't get back to most media outlets. I would say there was DNA left behind because one of the victims fought back, Connie Woolfolk, and apparently there was some evidence underneath her fingernails that might have been from the killer. The killer walked in with duct tape and ordered all the victims to be tied up, whether he did it or had someone do it for him. I'm sure there's DNA on that duct tape. He also walked in with drinking coffee, so the cup may have had something, maybe some of the case shellings from the gun. So again, I wish I could tell you how much evidence was left behind, but again, no communication from Tinley Park PD, which has made this thing that much tougher.
You actually spoke with the very first paramedic who was on that scene. He was responding to a different call as these killings unfolded. He says his sirens were blasting nearby as the 911 call was made from inside the store. Let's take a quick listen to that together.
The one thing that finding this out is I know that they were listening to my siren when I was driving into the Target. That means that they were in that store and they were in that situation. And I drove nearly in front of the store until I got to the Target.
With the sirens?
With the sirens to move cars out of my way so I could get in.
So perhaps the killer thought that was the police coming in for him.
It's one of my biggest fears.
That is so chilling, the idea that the killer could have been thinking they were moving in on him.
Right.
And of course, we know the catastrophic actions that killer took shortly afterwards. Tell me more about this documentary. What were some of the major revelations, the major ways that you feel you were able to push this case forward? Well,
the film is a clean sweep of what I believe happened that day based on intense research. We interviewed the first 3 paramedics that were on the scene. Some key family members who really talk about how it affected them. We also interviewed 2 former police officers. Because Tinley Park PD couldn't talk, I had to go to other avenues to try to get some type of law enforcement presence into the film. So we also interviewed former Lane Bryant employees. One of them knew the survivor whose name is Marty.
Tell me more about this survivor. Tell me about the circumstances
Yeah.
of how she survived, because I mean, it just sent a chill through me when you were telling me more about this. And also, she's never spoken publicly. What have we learned about her?
Yeah, this is the $64,000 question, is the survivor. Her name is Marty. She's 51 years old. She was a nursing student at the time. She's from Kentucky. I've gotten so many people emailing the website, thetinley5.com, about who they think it is. I've gotten pictures sent to me where she might be today. I tracked down her ex-husband.
What does he say?
He told me that he wouldn't be much help because they got a divorce right before the shooting. So they haven't talked in maybe 20 years or so.
Yeah.
So the lone survivor is the key to this whole thing, because all the information we're getting comes from her, because she's the only one who survived.
Yeah.
And I've had people actually tell me that they think that she was actually in on it, because how in the world can everyone die right away from gunshots and she has a grazed wound to her neck? Now,
Do you feel like that's a fair accusation?
I can see where they're coming from, and
Yeah.
I'm certainly not sitting here telling you that she is in on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, right now I'm grasping at straws because I'm so desperate to get answers. And I wish she could be re-interviewed. I wish we could talk to her. She
Yeah.
doesn't have to give her name. or
And
even
I'm sure
show her
you wish
face.
that the forensics, that the DNA will be re-examined and that a fresh team will look at this. Charlie, we're almost out of time tonight, but I just want to touch on something actually fairly personal and fairly tender. You mentioned to our producers that you have dedicated this film to one person in particular. We're pulling up her photo now. I know that you are doing this interview with me tonight through tears almost, because you believe in this project so much,
Yeah.
and because you want justice for what happened to these people nearly 2 decades ago. But you're fighting through something right now. What is that?
Yeah, I lost my mom a month ago, 87 years old, unsolved Minn, a pharmacist, and what a fighter. The guts she showed, the proudest Korean I've ever met in my life, and I know the feeling of a loss.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine what the Lane Bryant victims are going through. They lost their loved ones that were in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. My mom lived a full life, but anytime you lose a mom, you grew inside of her. Toughest thing in the world. I mean, I'm faking it pretty good right now, and I appreciate NewsNation for showing that picture because it's dear to my heart. So everything I'm doing right now is for her. I love you, Mom, with all my heart, and thank you so much for doing that, and thank you to NewsNation as well.
I'm sure she was and is incredibly proud. Charlie Minn, thank you so much for the work that you do. Thank you for coming on and talking to us about this.
Yeah, for more information, people can go on the website, thetinley5.com, and that's the number 5.
Thetinley5.com, the number 5. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.